Everyone. The whole house is full of people. I thought I was going over to take care of my other grandchildren for the weekend, so mom and dad can go have a weekend off somewhere. Turns out my grandson has the flu, and so amazing parents they are, canceled their trip and are losing several $100s due to the fact they didn't get travel insurance or whatever. And but they're not. They're amazing parents, and they are not leaving their sick son behind. Not happening, even with me. Which, okay, I don't want to catch the flu or bring it over here. So that's another consideration. But to them, I know mainly it is. Nope, one of our children is sick. That doesn't. Then we're not going anywhere, regardless. That's parenthood right there, isn't it? Yes. So my oldest granddaughter was invited with my youngest daughter and my son and her grandpa. They all went snowboarding. So she loved that. So it's been busy here. People been doing stuff. And I just been here. So I have some time this morning. I have to think. I'm probably going to go over there and make a big pot of soup or something for everyone. Ooh, and bake some bread. Ooh, that sounds great. Okay. Easy meal. Yes? Okay. So we are in the book of Psalms 119, 120, and 121. Oh, that's a. Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. Psalm 119 is 2.5 pages long. And it has all these. I guess that's the Hebrew alphabet again. Oh, dear me. Well, we better get reading then. Oh, it's a good thing I have all this time today. Psalm 119, and it starts with Aleph. Aleph, then Beth, Gimel, Daleth. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with the whole heart. They also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. You have commanded us to keep your precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep your statutes. Then I would not be ashamed. When I look into all your commandments, I will praise you with uprightness of heart. When I learn your righteous judgments, I will keep your statutes. Oh, do not forsake me utterly. Hmm. Again, who seek him. Blessed are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with the whole heart. See, even at that, they knew. They somehow they knew as well. Okay, Beth. How can a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed according to your word. Oh, that's interesting. With my whole heart I have sought you. Oh, let me not wander from your commandments. Your word I have hidden in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Lord. Teach me your statutes. With my lips I have declared all the judgments of your mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of your testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate on your precepts and contemplate your ways. I will delight myself in your statutes. I will not forget your word. I find it interesting. How can a young man cleanse his way? I think that definitely deserves attention, even to this day. Yes? Well, If there isn't something that comes to people's mind when you read that, as I just it did come to mind, well then again, where are we when it comes to all this? Gimel, deal bountifully with your servant, that I may live and keep your word. Open my eyes, that I may see wondrous things from your law. I am a stranger in the earth. Okay, what does that exactly? Okay, let's finish reading first. Do not hide your commandments from me. My soul breaks with longing for your judgments at all times. You rebuke the proud, the cursed, who stray from your commandments. Remove from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept your testimonies. Princes also sit and speak against me, but your servant meditates on your statutes. Your testimonies also are my delight and my counselors. Okay, is this David here? Blabbing. A Psalm of David. Well, that was 110. Now, anyway. He's usually the one that has a beef with. Okay, you know what? Not going there. If you tell a child, don't lie, does a child know what that means? Depending on the age, yes, they do. Pretty early on. It doesn't take 80 years to figure out what not lying means, for example. Then, in different stages of one's life, one gains more. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Oh, what does that mean exactly? Right? Now, you have to be at a certain age, but that age is not when you're 80 either. Right? Oh, and so on and so forth. Right? Yes? So, what I hear out of this one here is, oh, open your words to me. What does that actually mean? As if one doesn't know? Yeah. Daleth, my soul clings to the dust. Revive me according to your word. I have declared my ways, and you answered me. All right. God has got to fix it all, right? Teach me your statutes. Make me understand the way of your precepts. So shall I meditate on your wonderful works. So if God doesn't come true and doesn't say anything, I'll explain it to you what all the commandments mean exactly. But if I ask and there's nothing coming, so well then I'm just going to continue on the way I feel I understand them. Good excuses? Still, they're just excuses. Just saying. So shall I meditate on your wonderful works. My soul melts from heaviness. Strengthen me according to your word. Remove from me the way of lying. Interesting. And grant me your law graciously. I have chosen the way of truth. Your judgments I have laid before me. I cling to your testimonies. O Lord, do not put me to shame. I will run the course of your commandments, for you shall enlarge my heart. Hey. Teach me, O Lord, the way of your statutes, and I shall keep it to the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep your law. Indeed, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me walk in the path of your commandments, for I delight in it. Incline my heart to your testimonies, and not to covetousness. Turn away my eyes from looking at worthless things, and revive me in your way. Establish your word to your servant, who is devoted to fearing you. Turn away my reproach, which I dread, for your judgments are good. Behold, I long for your precepts. Revive me in your righteousness. So I read this, and I'm thinking of who wrote that. Right? What state of mind were they in when they wrote this, and for what purpose exactly? But here in this part, I'm going, okay, how does that affect me? Yes? I'll tell you, something came to my mind. I've mentioned that a long time ago. There was a march of a lot of young people, and it was 100, 200,000. The march of to keep being abstinent as a young person till marriage, for example. And they went. It was at Washington, in Washington D.C. They held that march. Okay, committing, and they were laughed at again by a woman in Congress who said, "What makes them think they're all fools? What makes them think they're going to be able to stay abstinent?" When I heard that, I was shocked, and I thought, "Yeah, how does this woman know it's not going to work? That the commitment these young people are making, not just to someone else out there, a spouse or whatever, but to themselves, actually keeping the statutes of God, God's commandments." Oh, does it say somewhere that they have to stay virgins, or is it only after marriage where you do not commit adultery? Well, why was it so important for the women to stay virgins until marriage, but for the guys it didn't matter? Okay, just saying. You're gonna have to choose one way or the other, right? Yes, of course. If you want to have a happy home life and children both from the same parents who have committed for life to each other and were the first ones to each other when it comes to conjugal love, guess what? Looks pretty good to me. Yes, I'm just saying. Considering the alternative, which is rampant out there. Yeah. In a way, this part here, this little part, is very in Psalm 119, is encouraging. Is encouraging to people who said, I'm done. I'm done with going against God's commandments. I want to be done with that. And you will. You will come across people that as soon as you make that commitment, I guarantee you, you're going to come across all kinds of things that will want to derail you. It'll be a stirred on pot. Okay. And then one's strength will show through. Yes? It's not easy, but it can be done. It can be done. Yes? In a way, every man and woman on this earth is a drug addict, an alcoholic. What else is there? And whatever else makes you addicted. We're addicted to sin. That's the truth. And in order to get away from that, this is a rehabilitation in many ways. Plus the divine principle, plus the restoration of, our lineages, plus the blessing, plus true parents. Yes, all of that. Yes, I believe that. That's our rehabilitation. Yes, and the churches as well. But the churches need to start addressing certain things, and the churches need to change as well. Yeah. Now, it would take way too long to tell everybody how to do that. Oh, I could. We have to just start with ourselves, right? Yes. Waw. W-A-W. Waw. Not wow. Waw. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let your mercies come also to me, O Lord, your salvation according to your word. So shall I have an answer for him who reproaches me. For I trust in your word, and take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth. For I have hoped in your ordinances. So shall I keep your law continually, forever and ever. And I will walk at liberty, for I seek your precepts. I will speak of your testimonies also before kings, and will not be ashamed. And I will delight myself in your commandments, which I love. My hands also I will lift up to your commandments, which I love, and I will meditate on your statutes. Well, if this is David, which that one's a bunch of boo-hoo, because he didn't do any of that. None of it. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's just written down as a General guidance to the people. Yes. Okay, let's go with that. Zain. Remember the word to your servant upon which you have caused me to hope. And here we go. Don't you forget it. You hear me, Father? Yes, Mother? Did you hear me? Don't you forget why I was, what caused my hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for your word has given me life. The proud have me in great derision, yet I do not turn aside from your law. I remembered your judgments of old, O Lord, and have comforted myself. Oh, that's interesting too. I remembered your judgments of old, which was what exactly? O Lord, and have comforted myself. Oh, that he might do that again. Here we go. Indignation has taken hold of me. Your statutes have been my indignation has taken hold of me because of the wicked who forsake your law. Your statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage. I remember your name in the night, O Lord, and I keep your law. This has become mine because I kept your precepts. Man, that is so confusing. You are my, Heth. You are my portion, O Lord. I have said that I would keep your words. I entreated your favor with my whole heart. I don't know if it's the translations, but I'm telling you what, it's like this forth and back, right? Of, hey, I am doing, but then are you going to come through here eventually? If I'm going to keep telling you I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but are they doing? Are you getting this too? Yeah, maybe it's just me. uh, be merciful to me according to your word. I thought about my ways, and I turned my feet to your testimonies. I made haste and did not delay to keep your commandments. There's no fast way to keep the commandments. It's going to keep coming and coming and coming. And somebody's asking here for a speedy way. The cords of the wicked have bound me. Yep. But I have not forgotten your law. At midnight I will rise to give thanks to you because of your righteous judgments. I am a companion of all who fear you, and of those who keep your precepts. The earth, O Lord, is full of your mercy. Teach me your statutes. He keeps saying that he kept the word, yet he still needs teaching. I mean, okay, you know what? I don't know. This is a bit of a mystery here to me, who wrote this. Teth. You have dealt well with your servant, O Lord, according to your word. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I believe your commandments. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I keep your word. You are good and do good. Teach me your statutes. The proud have forgotten a lie against me, but I will keep your precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in your law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I may learn your statutes. The law of your mouth is better to me than thousands of coins of gold and silver. Okay. Yod. Your hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn your commandments. Those who fear you will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in your word. I know, O Lord, that your judgments are right, and that in faithfulness you have afflicted me. Let, I pray, your merciful kindness be for my comfort. According to your word to your servant, let your tender mercies come to me that I may live. For your law is my delight. Let the proud be ashamed, for they treated me wrongfully with falsehood. But I will meditate on your precepts. Let those who fear you turn to me, those who know your testimonies. Let my heart be blameless regarding your statutes. that I may not be ashamed. Okay. Kaf. My soul faints for your salvation, but I hope in your word. My eyes fail from searching your word, saying, when will you comfort me? For I have become like a wineskin in smoke, yet I do not forget your statutes. How many are the days of your servant? When will you execute judgment on those who persecute me? There we go again. The proud dug pits for me, which is not according to your law. All your commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help me. They almost made an end of me on earth, but I did not forsake your precepts. Revive me according to your loving kindness, so that I may keep the testimony of your mouth. Lamed. Forever, O Lord, for your word is settled in heaven. Your faithfulness endures to all generations. You establish the earth, and it abides. They continue this day according to your ordinances, for all are your servants. Unless your law had been my delight, I would then have perished in my affliction. I will never forget your precepts, for by them you have given me life. I am yours, save me, for I have sought your precepts. The wicked wait for me to destroy me, but I will consider your testimonies. I have seen the consummation of all perfection, but your commandment is exceedingly broad. Oh, that's an interesting one. But your commandment is exceedingly broad? Really, I find them to be quite tight. All of them. Oh, how I love your law. Oh, this is Mem. Oh, how I love your law. It is my meditation all the day. You, through your commandments, make me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for your testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep your precepts. I have restrained my feet from every evil way, that I may keep your word. I have not departed from your judgments, for you yourself have taught me. How sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through your precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. All right, I could say a whole bunch to this too. I think that when we gain understanding in God's word or God's laws, commandments, this and that, in life, and how it should be for us all here on earth, per se, to hate every false way isn't right anymore either. But to restore, to try to restore. And that's not going to just happen from today to tomorrow. It just won't. But again, every little bit helps, right? Yes? Your word is a lamp. Oh, now we have Nun. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. I have sworn and confirmed that I will keep your righteous judgments. I'm afflicted very much. Revive me, O Lord, according to your word. Accept, I pray, the free will offerings of my mouth, O Lord, and teach me your judgments. My life is continual in my hand. Yet I do not forget your law. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I have not strayed from your precepts. Your testimonies I have taken as a heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have inclined my heart to perform your statutes forever to the very end. You know what? By the end of all this, I would say that whoever wrote this down believed it, actually. That, it seems it's a, yeah. Just because one knows, right, the body inside out and has learned everything there is to learn about it, that one suddenly becomes a good surgeon, right? Yes? Just saying. I hate the double-minded, Samek. I hate the double-minded, but I love your law. You are my hiding place and my shield. I hope in your word. Depart from me, you evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according to your word, that I may live, and do not let me be ashamed of my hope. Hold me up, and I shall be safe, and I shall observe your statutes continually. You reject all those who stray from your statutes. That's not true. God does not do that. He doesn't reject them. He can't be a part of it. That's how it works. For their deceit is falsehood. You put away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore, I love your testimonies. Because of that, you love God's testimonies? Who the heck are you? You put away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore, I love your testimonies. That is so mean. My flesh trembles for fear of you, and I'm afraid of your judgments. You should be. Well, anyway. Ayin, I have done justice and righteousness. Do not leave me to my oppressors. Be surety for your servant for good. Do not let the proud oppress me. My eyes fail from seeking your salvation and your righteous word. Deal with your servant according to your mercy and teach me your statutes. I am your servant. I thought you were keeping all the statutes. Here, you need to be taught again. Okay, I think we're seeing something here that is going from okay to bad to worse, and I wonder what the end will be like. I am your servant. Give me understanding that I may know your testimony. See, the contemplations so far haven't panned out. So we're back to trying to understand. So what's going on? Why aren't you doing what I want you to do? To all my enemies, this I'm keeping all the commandments. I'm doing the best that I can. Yet I'm seeing no change. That's kind of what it sounds like, doesn't it? It is time for you to act, O Lord, for they have regarded your laws as void. Therefore I love your commandments more than gold, yes, than fine gold. Therefore all your precepts concerning all things I consider to be right. I hate every false way. Pay. Your testimonies are wonderful, therefore my soul keeps them. The entrance of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple. It opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for your commandments. Look upon me and be merciful to me, as your custom is towards those who love your name. Direct my steps by your word, and let no iniquity have dominion over me. Redeem me from the oppression of man, that I may keep your precepts. Make your face shine upon your servant, and teach me your statutes. Rivers of water run down from my eyes, because men do not keep your law. Tzadeh. Righteous are you, O Lord, and upright are your judgments. Your testimonies which you have commanded are righteous and very faithful. My zeal has consumed me, because my enemies have forgotten your words. Your word is very pure, therefore your servant loves it. I am small and despised, yet I do not forget your precepts. Your righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and your law is truth. Trouble and anguish have overtaken me, yet commandments are my delights. The righteousness of your testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. Quoth, I cry out with my whole heart. Hear me, O Lord. I will keep your statutes. I cry out to you. Save me, and I will keep your testimonies. And otherwise? I raise before the dawning of the morning and a cry for help. I hope in your word. My eyes are awake through the night watches, that I may meditate on your word. Hear my voice according to your loving kindness. O Lord, revive me according to your justice. They draw near who follow after wickedness. They are far from your law. You are near, O Lord, and all your commandments are truth. Concerning your testimonies I have known of old, that you have founded them forever. I bet you that very few people have read the whole Psalm 119. Resh. Consider my affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget your law. Plead my cause and redeem me. Revive me according to your word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek your statutes. Great are your tender mercies, O Lord. Revive me according to your judgments. Many are my persecutors and my enemies, yet I do not turn from your testimonies. I see the treacherous and am disgusted, because they do not keep your word. Consider how I love your precepts. Revive me, O Lord, according to your loving kindness. The entirety of your word is truth, and every one of your righteous judgments endures forever. Shin. Princes persecute me without a cause, but my heart stands in awe of your word. I rejoice at your word, as one who finds great treasure. I hate and abhor lying, but I love your law. 7 times a day I praise you because of your righteous judgments. Great peace have those who love your law, and nothing causes them to stumble. Lord, I hope for your salvation, and I do your commandments. My soul keeps your testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. I hope your precepts and your testimonies. I keep your precepts and your testimonies, for all my ways are before you. Tau. Let me cry, come before you, O Lord. Give me understanding according to your word. Let my supplication come before you. Deliver me according to your word. My lips all shall utter praise, for you teach me your statutes. My tongue shall speak of your word, for all your commandments are righteousness. Let your hand become my help, for I have chosen your precepts. I long for your salvation, O Lord, and your law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it shall praise you, and let your judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek your servant, for I do not forget your commandments. Oh, that was the end of 119. Well, one could say a whole lot. This would be a good one to study as well. The one thing we can't do, we can't blame our freedom of will and our choices, freedom of choice on God or anyone else. Yes, it is as it is. Psalm 120. A song of ascents. Does that mean of dying? In my distress I cried to the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given to you, or what shall be done to you, your false tongue? Sharp arrows of the warrior with coals of the broom tree. Woe is me that I dwell in Meshech, that I dwell among the tents of Kedar. Oh, this is a war song. My soul has dwelt too long with one who hates peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Oi. You can't have both, that's for sure. That's an interesting one. That gave me to think. I mean, again, they even at that time they knew. A lot of the things that I talk about, I find in here. So they already knew. It was not unclear at that time, and we are not that far advanced when it comes to more clarity. Truly, when it comes down to it. Okay. Psalm 121, a song of ascents. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. What our Heavenly Parent does do, or has given us the tools to do, is to not be evil and wicked ourselves. As far as keeping us safe from others, to not do it to us, that's not it. Us. Each one of us prepares for the afterlife, more or less on our own. And that is that. So, well, anyway, so we did 3 more Psalms here. One was a really long one. They were all kind of interesting. And I could be talking and make this video very long, but this is about right. And that is that. My hand went to sleep holding the book. Yes, dealing with that again. Which also probably means that something in my back I've been carrying the little one around, is kind of stiffening up. So I'm going to have to do this. Yep. Yes. Yeah, I've been too relaxed and lazy about it. My arthritis feels pretty good though. I have to say I haven't had an attack in a while, which is great. And probably because I've been drinking that pokeberry juice that I've made. I have lots of it, yes, because there was a lot of pokeberries growing here, yes. And you know what? I am not going to disregard the helping hand of heaven saying, right there is your medicine, right, for some of the pain that you are going to be experiencing again. So how about? So I had to make the effort, yes, and pick all those berries, yes, by the gallon, and then cook them down and then strain out the seeds, which it wouldn't matter if I have the seeds too. As I said, they're so hard, you just poop them out again. But it's nicer to drink that way. You know, just make a syrup. And I did that. Yes, I had to do that. Oh, I can't. You guys, oh, that's great. Look at all them. Oh, look at all them pokeberry plants, right? Look at all them pokeberries. That's great. Yeah. Now, so who's going to do all the work for me? Come on and eat that. That's kind of what these psalms sound like, don't they? Yes? No, I had to go do it. I did it. All my grandchildren helped me pick some of the berries. Oh, they loved it. You get all messy, you know. And after that, it wasn't a big deal to just cook them down with a little bit of sugar, yes, and then just strain them and fill them up in bottles, and that's that. And they're in the fridge, and they're not going to go bad. And by the time spring hits, I'm sure they'll be all gone, and then I'll be all right until fall again, and then I'll pick pokeberries again. Yeah. With what God has out there for us, we have to put our own work into it as well, right? Yes, but the help's definitely there. I'm here in there, right? I found more poke beef right here. I have a hard time walking, yes, and they were right here in the yard, everywhere. It's so amazing. I don't have to go nowhere. That's not something. Yes. I'm just saying, right? Yes, we definitely have to put the work in ourselves. It's all prepped for us to do great. Yes. And I'm afraid if one is expecting for God to be there to help out our spirit world to become a millionaire, that's probably not going to happen. Yes, I'm just saying. Yeah, it could too, depending on what you want to do with your $1,000,000, right? I don't know. Just saying. So, well, anyway, that's the end of this one. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all another time.